Your horizon is what every living being not only genuinely desires, but heartily pursues and intentionally invests in. For in the gathering of men, only those whose minds are in tune with the dynamics of the past, present, and future innovations, inventions, politics, and governance session. Rescan your decoder now to connect Spectrum Television on the frequency 12589, symbol rate 26250. That is frequency 12589, symbol rate 26250. Polarization horizontal, and join our online community at spectrumtvlive.ng. For further inquiries, please call 0704 158 5642 or 0704 541 7707. Spectrum Television, broadening your horizon.
Get ready for the exciting showdown, the biggest names, the toughest competition, and the most thrilling moments. From the gridiron to hardwood, and from the pitch to the track. Join us for Sports Central, the most electrifying sports program on television, every weekday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon on
Emedion James coming to you live from Uyo. President Tinubu seeks National Assembly's passage of 1.481 trillion naira previous 2025 budget. Governor Moino charges NIPR to project accomplishments and rich resources of Nigeria to the world. Plus, Trump administration ends Harvard's ability to enroll international students. We'll bring you details of the stories and more in just a moment. That President Bola Tinubu has requested the National Assembly to consider 1.481 explained that the request followed the nullification by the Supreme Court of the earlier budget passed by 3 members of the 10-state House of Assembly that the emergency rule in the state informed his decision. The President said that 324 billion, 0.6 billion by the team of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL. He conducted the inauguration shortly before attending the All Progressive Congress Stakeholders Summit held at the banquet hall of the President. Wants gas production increased to 8 billion cubic feet daily by 2027 and 10 billion cubic feet by 2030. He also added that the new board should elevate NNPC's share of crude oil refining output to 200,000 barrels by 2000 PC and only 7 weeks ago. In the meantime, amid mounting Progressive Congress stressing any political party of their choice, the president spoke at the APC National Summit in Abuja, where the government also presented its 2-year performance report across major sectors. The president dismissed concerns about Nigeria becoming a one-party state, emphasizing that political changes result from free choice, not coercion. He noted that the constitution guarantees the right to join any party. Tinubu's remarks come as opposition parties accuse the APC of weakening rivals and encouraging defections to cement its power beyond the 2027 elections. He also warned that this could lead to a one-party system. In a related development, the All Progressive Congress APC has endorsed President Bola Tinubu as the party's sole candidate for the 2027 presidential election. APC National Chairman Abdullahi Gwanduje announced this during the party's national summit in Abuja. Meanwhile, the event was attended by APC governors, ministers and other political heavyweights of the ruling party. Duageng, although alleged defamatory reputation, knowing or having reason to believe that such imputation will harm the reputation of a person, citing Section 391 of the Penal Code, Cap 89, Laws of the Federation 1990. The offence is punishable under Section 392 of the same law. One of the charges is linked to the allegations of Akpoti Uduaghan, who accused the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello of plotting to assassinate her, among other allegations. Meanwhile, the Senate President Godswill Akpabio and former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello will testify as witnesses during the defamation trial of Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan. The suspended lawmaker representing Kogi Central is being prosecuted by the federal government at the FCT High Court in Abuja. She was alleged to have made defamatory remarks against Akpabio and Bello during a live television program. In a suit filed on May 16, Akpoti Uduaghan is the sole defendant. To electoral matters where the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has announced the establishment of a dedicated artificial intelligence AI division within its Information and Communication Technology Department. The announcement was made in a statement issued by National Commissioner and Chairman of the Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumekong, following the Commission's regular weekly meeting in Abuja. The creation of AI division comes after INEC's participation in several continental conferences addressing the impact of AI on electoral processes. The Commission acknowledged the dual nature of AI, recognizing both the risks it poses, such as the spread of misinformation and content manipulation, and the opportunities it presents in data-driven decision-making, risk management, service automation, and geospatial intelligence. INEC emphasized that the new division will harness AI to improve logistical planning, material distribution, and polling unit allocation, thereby enhancing the integrity and efficiency of elections through predictive analytic and intelligent automation. Back here, Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Omoino has charged the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations (NIPR) to project numerous positive transformations, accomplishments, and rich resources of Nigeria and its sub-nationals to the outside world. The governor, who gave the charge when he hosted the president and chairman of the council, Dr. Ike Neliaku, and other council members of the institute in Government House Uyo, frowned at the negative perspective of breaking news in the country and urged the NPR to change the narrative for good by focusing on development reportage. Governor Ino said there was need for leaders in the country to be encouraged or talked to politely, for them to be encouraged to do better, rather than degrading or seeing them always in a negative way, irrespective of the volume of the good efforts to make the nation better. The governor commended NIPR for the good works it is doing and assured them of the government's continued support and partnership to achieve more for the country. He reeled out various development strides of his administration to transform the economy, especially in the area of tourism, which he said will ensure the state stands out as a major tourist destination in the country. Government House correspondent Jane Uwa reported that earlier, Dr. Neliaku had commenced the Dr. Neliagu had commended the governor for running a people-centered administration and taking tangible and quality development to rural areas of the state for majority of people to have a sense of belonging and benefit. He particularly appreciated the governor for his remarkable vision and passion to transform a 70 hectares of gully erosion site into a world-class tourist center, assuring that the institute will not only beam the exceptional development strides of his administration within Nigeria, but also outside the country. We move now to Africa, where the British government has signed a deal to transfer the Chacos Islands to Mauritius after a last-minute injunction following a challenge in court by two Chacosian women was lifted by a judge. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer said the decision to hand over sovereignty of the Mauritius ensures the future of US and UK military base. Reports say the Indian Ocean is home to a strategically important naval and bomber base on the largest of the island, Diego Garcia. Under the agreement, the UK will pay Mauritius £101 million per year to lease back the base for at least 99 years. Recall that the signing was delayed for several hours after a UK judge imposed a last-minute injunction blocking the transfer that was later lifted by another judge. On the foreign scene, Donald Trump's administration has moved to end Harvard's ability to enroll international students, escalating a standoff with America's oldest university. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem wrote on X that the administration had revoked Harvard's student and exchange visitors program certification as a result of their failure to adhere to the law. Meanwhile, Harvard in a statement described the move as unlawful, noting that the university is fully committed international students and scholars who hailed from more than 140 countries and enriched the university and this nation immeasurably. The university added that Harvard is working quickly to provide guidance and support to members of its community, emphasizing that the regulatory action threatens serious harm to the Harvard community and the country, and it further undermines Harvard's academic and research mission. Still on the foreign scene, U.S. Federal Judge Marion John has blocked President Donald Trump's administration from carrying out its executive order to dismantle the U.S. Department of Education. According to John, the cuts were having the opposite effect, as a massive reduction in staff had made it effectively impossible for the department to carry out its statutory mandated functions. Meanwhile, he ordered the administration to not just reinstate the workers, but also to halt implementation of Donald Trump's March 21 directives to transfer student loans and special needs program to other federal agencies. Still to come in the news, Ademola Lookman set for final Atlanta appearance. Stay tuned for details of this in a moment. Many thanks for staying tuned. Now let's go to the concluding part of today's stories. And our business news, the federal government, through the Debt Management Office (DMO), has announced plans to raise 300 billion naira from the bond market via auction on May 26. According to the offer circular released by the DMO, the issuance comprises a 100 billion naira reopening of the 19.30% federal government April 2029 bond and a 200 billion naira reopening of the 19.89% federal government May 2033 bond. The bonds are offered in a unit of 1,000 naira each, subject to a minimum subscription of 50 million naira and the multiples of 1,000 naira thereafter. The interest on the bonds will be paid semi-annually, while principal repayments will be made in full at maturity. Still in business, the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has announced a fresh reduction in the pump prices of premium motor spirit, petrol, across the country as the competition in the downstream oil sector heightens. The plant announced that the new rate now ranges from 875 naira to 905 naira per litre, depending on the location. The new price regime, which marks a 15 naira reduction per litre across all regions and partner retail outlets, was posted on official social media handle of Dangote Refinery. Reports say the reduction applies to all major fuel marketers in partnership with the refinery. The development follows renewed competition between petrol importing marketers and the refinery to control market shares and detect pricing. On a health news, the medical director of the Federal Medical Center, Abeokuta, Ogun State, Professor Adewale Musa Olomo, has identified inadequate salaries and lack of incentives as the primary factors driving Nigerian doctors and other medical personnel to seek opportunities abroad. Despite government efforts to strengthen the healthcare sector by increasing medical school admissions and expanding healthcare infrastructure, Musa Olomong observed that many doctors leave the country upon completing their training to practice in developed nations, offering far more attractive remuneration. The outgoing medical director made the remark while reflecting on his 8-year tenure managing the Federal Hospital. Musa Olomo emphasized that Nigerian doctors possess the expertise to perform complex procedures such as cancer removal, which are often associated with better equipped hospitals overseas. He also stressed that while Nigerian doctors are fully capable of meeting the country's medical need, their low pay largely explains the ongoing brain drain. We move now to sports, where Nigerian footballer Ademola Lookman is set to make his final appearance for Atlanta on Sunday. Gian Piero Gasperini's side will host strugglers Parma in the last game of the 2024/2025 season at the Gewiss Stadium, Bergamo. According to reports, Atlanta are ready to listen to offers for the Nigerian international. Meanwhile, Lookman joined Atlanta from Bundesliga outfit RB Leipzig in 2022. Reports also stated that it has takes to sell the winger for about £40 million. Lookman has scored 20 goals and provided 7 assists in 39 games across all competitions this season. Still in sports, Novak Djokovic celebrated his 38th birthday with a revenge victory over Matteo Arnaldi to reach the Geneva Opening semi-finals. Djokovic lost to the Italian in April in what was a third straight loss for the Serb great during mixed clear-cut season. However, Djokovic came through a stern test in damp conditions to beat Al-Nadi 6-4, 6-4 and continued his French Open preparations in positive fashion. He will face a semi-final against Cameron Norrie, who staged an impressive fight back to beat Australian Alcia Popirin 7-8, 6-4. On entertainment news, famous Nigerian music star Peter Okoye has reacted to the arrest of his namesake in Ghana. A viral video on social media captured Ghanaian police arresting a suspect identified as Peter Okoye. The 31-year-old suspect was arrested for fraud and kidnapping. Some netizens mistook the singer for the arrested suspect. However, reacting to the development, the singer reposted the viral video on X to clarify to the public that he is not a thief. Lastly, in the news at this hour, Grammy-winning Nigerian singer Burna Boy has told those struggling to accept the new version of him that the old version of him has died. In a post shared on the official Instagram page of his upcoming album, No Sign of Weakness, Burna Boy blamed Nigerians for killing the old version of him. He also revealed that the new and the old versions of him are constantly in conflict. And that's all we have for you at this hour. Do ensure to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel, all of which you can find on our website at spectrumtvlive.ng. I am Emedion James and you've been watching Spectrum News at 10. Do enjoy the rest of your day and thank you for watching.
Horizon.